Right now you're going to be detained, so I'm going to have to ask you to exit the vehicle. I'm going to deploy my canine around your vehicle, all right?
The State Patrol Canine Unit is a small elite group of handlers and detector dogs. Currently have 12 narcotics detection dogs, 1 explosives detection dog. As a canine handler, my main focus is to remove illicit drugs off of Minnesota's roadways. Really the unique and special component of that is being able to do that all with having a canine partner with you.
I ran Jack. He indicated on the exterior by the passenger side tail light.
A typical place we would deploy our dog would be vehicles roadside, which includes commercial vehicles. Secondary would be residences working with allied agencies on search warrants, and working with the school districts in keeping our schools safe and utilizing the dogs in those as well.
Searched the vehicle and found several bundles. It appears to be methamphetamine.
I feel like I'm making a difference by going out there every day and removing drugs off the street. The potential for an overdose, potential to save a victim of, if you get that a larger amount where it's going to be divvied up and sent out on the street, you intercept that, that's not going out on the street. It's not going to fall into the hands where somebody has the potential to die.
Morning, sir. How are we doing today?
As a commercial vehicle inspector, our main job is focusing on commercial motor vehicles.
Trooper Garrett, State Patrol, stop. You're just going to do random inspection, okay?
We are responsible for all enforcement, all post-crash inspections. Education is a really big part of what we do as well.
So you got your fire extinguisher and triangles. Let's go over the hazmat stuff real quick.
I wanted to join the commercial vehicle section because the more I was out on the road making stops and the more comfortable I got stopping commercial vehicles, the more I enjoyed doing it.
Perfect, sir. Looks good. Let's do a quick walk around.
One day we can be out at the scale working enforcement out there. The next day I'm out looking for seatbelts or cell phones or distracted driving. And the day after that I'm out primarily doing education.
Cancel and brake.
Every time you stop them, every citation, every violation, it's not just affecting their
release
driver's license, it's affecting their paycheck. And that's something that I always try to keep in mind when I'm out there conducting business with these professional drivers on the roadways.
Do you have any shipping paperwork?
I tell them, hey, I have a family. I'm sure you have family you care about. Would you want them to be out here driving behind this trailer or whatever critical piece of equipment it is that isn't working?
Is there a CVI available?
I feel like I'm making a difference in saving lives because I'm getting these unsafe vehicles off the road, potentially preventing what could be a serious or fatal crash down the road.
We just arrived on scene. It looks like this truck was coming in at a high rate of speed.
Crash reconstruction is taking the pieces of the puzzle, so the evidence left at the scene, and putting it back together and determining what had to happen in order for that crash to occur.
We got a trooper en route to get a search warrant.
As crash reconstructionists, we are in search of the truth. And my job is really to make sense out of chaos, is to put the puzzle back together.
We've got some pretty good skid marks on this side leading into the pole.
So I always found myself just intrigued by providing answers and wanting the truth. And that's what fuels my passion for reconstruction.
Let's start with the left tire mark.
I go out to the scene, I take a look at the evidence, and I write a report explaining to someone who may not have been there what happened and why this crash took place.
Passenger side.
I love looking at the evidence and letting that speak to me. I like putting things back together. I love looking at vehicles and figuring out how they came together, how they came apart.
Some more.
We provide answers for families. We answer questions of, was my loved one at fault? Is there something they could have done to avoid the crash? Is there something that they were doing right?
Come up with your vehicle 2 speed, then incorporate it to your vehicle 1 equation to get vehicle 1 speed.
I do feel like I could save lives in the future because of the answers that I'm able to provide a variety of people.
Here's Trooper 5, ready to go runway 32, eastbound departure.
Trooper 5, simple authority, respond approved, runway 32, close to go.
So the Minnesota State Patrol Aviation Unit is a small subsection of the State Patrol in general.
Helicopter 20661, St. Paul Tower, northbound approved from West 80 close.
Every trooper pilot has come through the ranks, a minimum of 5 years on the road. We talk about it every day in the State Patrol about it's a varied job. You never know what's going to happen. We have helicopters and airplanes that we use to effect the missions, which range from search and rescue to traffic enforcement.
Here's Trooper 5, 1.9 miles to the north of St. Paul.
We are a standalone in terms of the upper Midwest. There are no other agencies like ours that have an aviation unit, not North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, or Iowa. We are what we are, and we're the best at what we do. You could be searching for a criminal that just victimized somebody, or you could be pulling a child out of a swamp.
Trooper 5, Roger, you're going back to the airport?
I know that I've made a difference every single mission that I've come back from when we've made that rescue. Their family is beside themselves with worry, whether the Alzheimer's patient has walked away, their autistic child has walked away, and we've made a difference by using our equipment, our passion, our skill, and we've brought them back together. You don't have to do that too many times over a career to know that you've actually made that specific difference. It's fantastic.
Police search warrant! The SRT stands for Special Response Team. It's the State Patrol's equivalent of a SWAT team.
Hands, show me your hands, show me your hands.
Hands up, drop the name.
One reason I think troopers would want to be a part of the Special Response Team is the camaraderie the team builds.
Hands behind your back, do it now.
There is quite a bit of training that we expect you to go through, and to be able to experience some of these higher profile or dangerous situations really bonds the team together.
You in the bed, come out. Put your hands up. Hands up. Hands up so we can see them.
In addition to normal SWAT duties of barricaded suspects, warrant service, hostage rescue, we also are able to provide an additional service to the State Patrol in the way of dignitary protection and/or capital security response.
Go ahead, walk backwards. Backwards, slow, slow. Keep those hands on top of your head.
The presidential motorcades are very unique, and it is a high honor to be a part of those.
Tom will be the team leader, Troy, Parker, and Mike will have the 40mm less lethal.
The Special Response Team has earned the trust of the Secret Service to be able to be actually in the motorcade itself and actually drive down the road next to the presidential limousine.
Police search warrant!
It's very satisfying to be able to go home at the end of the night and know that you made a difference in somebody's life. These are incidents that people will remember for their entire lives, and they will remember that somebody came to their assistance and put their lives in danger to save somebody else.